Hey, folks. So, hey, buddy. How are you, man? Happy to see at least you here. I didn't think there'd be too many. Hey, what's up? How are you, man? Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Really, it is. I'm actually about to get kind of emotional. Damn. So, it's been a while. It's been a while, guys. There's, you know, I'm always upfront and honest with you all. Some people criticize that I share a lot of personal information, but I don't like being deceptive. The people who are here and who've been here for a long time have been nothing but so gracious and supportive and incredible human beings that I think it's just, the least that I could do is share my life and my truths and all of that. There's so much deception and envy and jealousy and hatred, especially in the internet YouTube communities, and I just don't want to be a part of that. So I share my stuff with you guys, and whether people like it or not, well, that's just too bad. So there's a lot of things that had gone on prior to the hiatus. This last year has been very difficult. Had a breakup with somebody that I loved for 10 years. And that was really hard. Liz, I lost everything. I lost my home, I lost my pets, I lost my family. And it sucks. So, there was that. Then obviously I had all these health issues pop up. A few of them have just not gotten better. The liver thing just keeps getting worse, which is pretty scary at times. Some of the other stuff we're trying to get under control, and hopefully it will be, but the liver thing is scary. My business, which is already a small business, right? It did very well for its first 2.5 years. It did so well that I was very shocked. I don't say that to brag. It's just as a kind of a caveat to the next piece of that. But the way that the world is and the way that finances are for most people now, it's tanking. It's been tanking, and so there's that added stress. Trying to find no money, that's stressful and different. And then that trip to Freetown with Lucci was like the icing on the cake of everything. I 100% believe that something came home with me. Didn't bother anybody else, but I 100% believe that it came home with me. I'm sorry if the wind is bad. There's obviously you can see there's some storms here. I'm at Mesquamaket Beach, actually. Funny story, I'm stranded here. I'm about 45 minutes from my house. I was out door dashing to make some extra money. The roads were flooded. Prius couldn't get through. I couldn't see. And I hit some kind of big bump, piece of curb that was in the road and blew my tire out. So I'm stuck out here for at least for now. So anyway, but this is Mesquamaket Beach, very famous beach in Rhode Island. It wasn't like to be people stay in them all summer. It's this place, but the storms are bad. So yeah, I'm stuck out here for the time being. I mean, I say the roads were flooded. Like I couldn't drive. It brought me to a stop, and I couldn't just sit there in the road. So I was trying to gas it and push it through, and in doing so, I couldn't see what was in front of me, and I just whaled this, I don't know, a rock or something, and just completely blew out my front tire. So the car's across the street in the lot. And we are at the Andrea right now, and I figured, well, what better time to go live? And when I'm sitting here, I'm soaking wet, as you can see. I mean, my pants are drenched. I got this poncho on that I bought at Walmart for like $3 a few months ago during a bad storm. But I just wanted to kind of fill you guys in a little bit on those things. That whole thing at Freetown was so messed up, man. It was so messed up. Yeah, Mark, my luck's terrible, dude. I always said, like, it shouldn't be called Murphy's Law. It should be called Connolly's Law. Whatever can go wrong will. I mean, I was born on April Fool's Day, for God's sakes, Yeah, it's a great place to watch a storm. You probably can't tell. These waves are pretty big. There was actually a orca spotted not very far from here a couple weeks ago. One single orca, which is really weird because this is not an area where you find them. But so anyway, getting back to the Freetown thing, we went there the week leading up to that trip. Again, the whole Murphy's Law thing, everything that could go wrong. I'm gonna spin this around just so you guys can see my ugly face for a minute. Hi guys. I know it's probably not what you want to look at, but you're gonna for a little while. So that whole trip, the week leading up to it, everything that could possibly go wrong did. And I kept saying to myself, like, something's trying to tell us not to go. And, we were so gung-ho about going because I had missed multiple trips, either due to finances or health. And I just was like, no, I'm not missing this. We're going. I had all my gear. I had bought new gear. I had built new gear for myself. And I was like, we're going. We're going to get some crazy evidence. And everything that went wrong, any other normal-minded human being would have gone, no, we got to postpone this or cancel it because this is just bad. But we didn't. I'm gonna go back and get in the car. This wind is tough. And then even when we got there, immediately we knew, like, this was a bad idea. The hotel that Lucci had booked, we got to, and it was I've been to some sketchy places in my day, okay? Like for real, some sketchy places. Oh, no one's here anymore. Everyone left. Oh, all right. Guess I'll just talk to the cam for now. Um, I don't blame anybody for leaving. I get it. So I've been to some sketchy hotels in my life. I was not always somebody who lived above board, right? I was had my issues, and I was in and out of trouble at times until I decided to, turn my life around and stop doing those things and get my shit together, at least a little bit. So I've been to some sketch places, but this place was as sketchy as it gets, man. There were prostitutes right outside. There were drug dealers right outside. There's trafficking going on. It was just a messy place, dude. There was all kinds of shit going on there that wasn't good. And again, we were just going to tough it out. And then finally, Lucy was like, we can't stay here, dude. Who knows if this guy who's running this hotel who was also very sketchy, may have some kind of like deal with the people who are doing all these other things here. So like when we leave, he gives them the key. They go in your room, steal your shit, and then they're not liable for it because that's what the signs say. So we were like, screw it, let's go. We'll find another place and book another place. We found another place, booked another place. It was very nice. But again, things just weren't going right. Everything was going wrong. And we went out to Freetown. And we were in good spirits because we were finally out and we were walking down that path and joking and laughing. And then all of a sudden, like, everything changed. For me, it changed. For Lucci, it didn't. But for me, it changed. I was already depressed heading into that. Like, I had been battling depression pretty bad leading up to that. Something I struggled with my whole life, which that should have told me right there that I shouldn't be there, but whatever, pig-headed, stubborn, call it what you will. And so we went and we hit this spot and everything changed. The hair on my whole body stood up. I felt like we were being watched. I felt like somebody was like breathing on the back of my neck at one point. I felt like somebody put their hand around my throat. Got this stabbing pain in my back of my neck. I felt nauseous. I felt like overwhelmingly oppressed. I got extremely angry. I got extremely sad. I had this weird vision of like hitting Lucci, which is, it's not like me. I'm a mellow guy, man. Obviously if you do bad things to people that I love, then obviously the monster comes out, but otherwise, like, I'm a mellow dude. And most stuff doesn't get me angry. And I told him, I was like, we have to leave. Like, we have to go. Something is just not right. And it wasn't. I got sick. I threw up. I threw up a bunch of times that night. And then we left, and everything felt like it was a little lighter on the ride home. We got into a big argument too, which is so unlike us. Like, I love that guy. I legit love Mike Lucci. And so for me to get angry enough to argue with him, just something was wrong. On the way home, everything felt a lot lighter. We were laughing and we were listening to music, blah, blah, blah. And then after I got home, it was again the same thing. It was just like one thing after another. Like, and I'm talking like shit, just shit, just bad luck, bad everything. At this point, I think I've gotten most of it gone. I think it's, left me alone, I hope. But you know how that stuff goes. Like, once you get rolling with like bad luck and bad energy, like, it just seems to stick for a while. And like, look where I'm at right now. It's just another thing. There's a part of me that I think believes that in some way I am just I'm just a massive screw up in life. I really do. There's just like things that for whatever reason I just can't seem to shake and get right. And I don't get it. Things that seem so easy for other people. And for me, they're not. And I just don't get it. But I don't know what's going to happen with the channel. I'm not sure that I want anything to do with the Bigfoot community and stuff anymore. One of the other things I learned through this is you really know who your real friends are when the chips are down. And people have shown me during this time who they are, and that I thought they were my friends, and they're not. There are people that I knew were, who have, you know, been incredible through all this. Obviously Dewey and Dee, you know, Joe and Jesse, like there's plenty, but you know, there are others who I thought were great friends, and then just didn't turn out that way in the end. So, but you live and you learn. There's a good buddy right there. What's up, Freshy Fresh? But anyway, I just wanted to hop on here for a little bit. Say hi. Yeah, that's all. That's all. You know, just when you think like, just when you think you might have found a way to get yourself out, like this shit happens, and you just, I don't even live near here. I got this DoorDash to go out, you know, this way, and it's flooding, and I'm like, I can't even get down this road. What am I gonna do? And then, bam, there it goes. But anyway, just wanted to hop in and say hello and let you guys know that I'm alive. I'm okay. I'm gonna keep the channel. I just don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. I'm not sure which way I'm gonna go with it. I think suffice to say that I probably will never go back to Freetown. That's probably not gonna happen ever again. That place made me feel like crap the first time I went, and then I went back multiple times afterwards, and I don't know why. Each time I went, I felt worse, and this time was no exception. And then I'm in so much pain right now also, too. I got this stupid tooth infection, which now I'm not going to be able to get to the dentist because I'm stuck here. It started yesterday. I'm in, like, agony. But that's life, right? That's life. So anyway, let me hop up here and figure out what I'm going to do. And I'll fill you guys in a little bit more later. Hopefully when I get to a place that's a little more dry at some point, you know. But I love you all. I hope you know that. I really do. I appreciate every one of you. You guys are just, you know, I think a lot of times if it wasn't for you guys and the channel and all that, like, I don't know what I would have done. I don't know what I would have done. So, all right, guys. I'll check you later. I'll go live again later when I figure all this shit out. All right, but I love you. I'll talk to you later, guys. Peace.